If we could have a quick show of hands.
On yourself!
It's good to have a Scotsman in the house. I was feeling lonely. If we could have a show of hands, who here is voting Labour? Go on. So there's a few of you. Me too. Now, there was an awful lot of you that didn't put your hands up, but hopefully, by the end of the night, I will have changed your mind. We're going to have a little discussion about why we need communism. The first thing you need to know is there are literally millions of pros and absolutely no cons. The main thing that we should learn about is redistribution of wealth. Now, they say in a capitalist society, if you work hard and you put the effort in, you can achieve your dreams. Well, I absolutely busted my arse all the way through university, and when I finally graduated with my degree in gender studies, nowhere wanted to hire me. So it's very clear that capitalism has failed. And redistributing the wealth is something we do practice in my household. Mummy and Daddy let me use their credit card. Workers' rights is another thing that would come with communism. Whenever I look around the world and I see the farmers, the miners, the factory workers working in appalling conditions that give them no end of health conditions and doing 80-hour weeks and sometimes collapsing with fatigue on the work floor, I just want them to know that whenever I'm doing my 14 hours a week part-time in Starbucks, I know how you feel. Fix the economy is something that communism absolutely would be able to do. The economy right now is broken, and communism would fix that because something cannot be broken if it doesn't exist. Another thing that communism would fix is racism. You all got dead fucking nervous there, didn't you? Some people know who I am. Thanks, guys. Now, what is racism? Racism is the demonisation of races, and we can end the demonisation of races by making everyone aware that white people are the problem. But how do we do this? Through acceptance, understanding, and tolerance. But what do we do if people don't want to be tolerant? We would institute tolerance by force. We need to be absolutely intolerant of intolerance. If people won't act or think the way that we want them to, we can pass laws that force them to act and think the way we want them to, and it's only through this method that we'll be able to stop fascism. Just to show how prevalent bigotry is in this modern age, I'm going to read an excerpt from what I believe is Mein Kampf. What is the worldly religion of the Jew? Huckstering. What is his worldly god? Money. Money is the jealous god of Israel, in face of which no other god may exist. Money degrades all the gods of man and turns them into commodities. The bill of exchange is the real god of the Jew. His god is only an illusory bill of exchange. The chimerical nationality of the Jew is the nationality of the merchant, of the man of money in general. It's absolutely sickening that people in this modern day still follow the ideology of such a rampant anti-Semite. I want to make it absolutely clear that there is no anti-Semitism in the Labour Party. We have no space for anti-Semitism in the Labour Party, which brings me on to the next step of Labour Party policy: fuck Israel. That is not anti-Semitic. That is not anti-Semitic because you can't be anti-Semitic if you reject the definition of anti-Semitism. Checkmate, Zionists. We just personally feel that Israel is a terrorist state and we do not support terrorists, which is why we stand in solidarity with Hamas, who are a peaceful, kind and loving people, because as it says in Article 7 of the Hamas Charter, the day of judgment will not come about until Muslims fight Jews and kill them. Then the Jews will hide behind rocks and trees, and the rocks and trees will cry out, "O Muslim, there is a Jew hiding behind you. Come and kill him." We're going to go back to communism. Right? Just in case you weren't sold on the idea, I have some examples of successful communism. For example, why is that funny? For example, China. China is an excellent example of communism working. During Mao Zedong's Great Leap Forward, it brought many amazing things to China. For example, industrialization, establishment of a socialist society, agricultural growth, economic advancement, social prosperity, 45 million... It doesn't matter, it's China, there's loads of them. So drop in the fucking bucket. The main thing that Mao Zedong's Great Leap Forward brought to China was realising the Marxist dream. No longer would the working class be slaving away and giving their labour only to the benefit of an elite ruling bunch of rich fucks. Oh, for fuck's sake. No, they like it. They like it. This is honestly the happiest that they've ever been. I'll fucking suck it up. Venezuela. Venezuela is an excellent example. Anyone that makes a Warcraft joke is getting gulagged. Right? Venezuela is an excellent example of communism being successful. For example, we can see them here dancing in the streets. Absolutely thrilled. We even have them here trying to hug the police because they're so thankful for their services, and even here they've tried to start themselves a barbecue so that they can cook themselves up some nothing. A major pro of communism is it's an excellent way to lose weight. Far more effective than keto. But this one, without fail, an excellent example of communism working. Soviet Russia. Yeah, you're not fucking laughing now, are you? Soviet Russia was a global feared superpower. They had America on the back foot. They had America shitting themselves. They had gulags. Gulags were actually quite nice places. Actually, but you're all laughing. Do you not read The Guardian? The gulags were nice. The gulags were also consensual. So were the purges. Okay. One foolproof thing that is the biggest selling point of communism, because no other political ideology ever in the history of mankind has ever been able to achieve this feat. Communism alone has this proud, amazing, fantastic achievement. Oh, fuck off. You know what, none of that even matters. Because it wasn't real communism, was it, mate?
It's Count Dankula on YouTube. Everybody should subscribe.